Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're tackling a question that's been heating up in the comments and on other channels. And I want to address it clearly, calmly, and with actual evidence. Is the Seventh-day Adventist teaching on salvation essentially the same as the Roman Catholic position? And specifically, did Bro Johnson Amican actually answer my argument? Or did he sidestep it? Let's get into it. The SDA Church is divided on this by its own admission. First, something most people don't know. The SDA Church itself has never officially settled this debate. Back in 1976, STIA scholars and church leaders from Australia and the United States gathered in Palmdale, California for a major conference. The central question was this: does righteousness by faith refer only to justification, or does it include sanctification as well? After a full week of formal papers and discussion from some of their top scholars, the result was a draw. They agreed to disagree. Both positions were left standing as legitimate within the SDA Church, and that remains true to this day. So when Bro Johnson claims his view is the one true pro-Adventist position, that's simply not accurate. His own church hasn't ruled on it. Two positions, one church. Here's how the two camps break down inside the SDA Church. The traditional SDA, or Last Generation Theology camp, teaches that righteousness by faith includes both justification and sanctification as one inseparable process of salvation. The mainstream SDA camp, which includes Desmond Ford and the Australian division, and where Bro Johnson stands, says righteousness by faith refers to justification by faith alone, separate from sanctification. Now, I actually think Bro Johnson's position is closer to Protestant orthodoxy. But here's the problem: their own official books tell a different story. And that's what he hasn't answered. What the official SDA books actually say, I'm not quoting random blogs. I'm quoting documents authorized by the General Conference of the SDA Church. SDA Believe, page 175 says, justification and sanctification are distinct but never separate. Two phases of salvation. SDA Believe, pages 186 to 187 says, we are not only fully justified, but fully sanctified in Him, and warns against separating the two in detail. STA Believe, page 381, ties Sabbath keeping directly to righteousness in both justification and sanctification. Now compare that to what the Council of Trent said in 1547, and this is where it gets serious. Trent defined justification as not remission of sins merely, but also the sanctification and renewal of the inward man. That's almost the same language. And their own pocket dictionary for understanding. Adventism even admits on page 117 that seeing justification as including sanctification is, quote, the Roman Catholic heresy. Their words, not mine. The straw man problem. Now, Bro Johnson responded to my argument by saying I claimed he merges sanctification into initial justification. But that was never my argument, and that's a textbook straw man fallacy. Even Rome doesn't teach that initial justification requires works infants are baptized before they can do anything. My point was always about the ongoing process of salvation, that in the official SDA framework, your sanctification is still connected to your justified standing before God. And I've heard Bro Johnson himself say on video that he observes the Sabbath and the 10 Commandments in order to maintain the salvation he received by grace. That right there is the issue. That's not Protestant. That's Trent. Look, I'm not saying this to attack anyone. I have genuine love and respect for SDA brothers and sisters. But the truth of the gospel is worth contending for. Romans 5:1 says, therefore, since we have been justified by faith, we have peace with God through our Lord Jesus Christ. Peace, present tense, settled, not pending a heavenly audit. The finished work of Christ is enough. You don't maintain your justification through Sabbath keeping or any other observance. That's the Protestant gospel. That's the New Testament. So here's my call to action for you. If this video raised questions for you, especially if you're SDA. Don't just take my word for it. Go read your own official books. Look up the Pongdale Conference. Read Gerhard Fandel's article in Perspective Digest. Ask your own scholars. Let the documents speak. And if you found this helpful, please like and share this video, because this conversation matters. Subscribe if you want to keep following this discussion, and drop your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one. God bless you. See you in the next one.